What's up, YouTube? It's finally late enough in the year. These are my top 10 favorite yo-yos of 2017. Alright guys, let's get into it. So this is in no particular order. These are just the 10 yo-yos that I think, for me, were just the absolute best. Criteria I use is it had to come out in 2017, so not a 2016 release at all, and had to be just something that I really loved all year, or a good majority of the year, at least for the longest time that I've had it. So these are pretty much the 10 that, despite all of the yo-yos that I got this year, and I got a ton, but I picked up the most, and I threw around the most, and I just kept going back to, regardless of what new yo-yos I got. These are the ones that I kept going back to. So, without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So, first one we're going to talk about is probably the cheapest one here. Yep. This is the TopYo Silenus. This yo-yo just sort of speaks to me. The shape is a shape that I adore. I have other yo-yos that are this shape. They just didn't come out this year. And, the only real qualm that I had with it was that it was a touch heavy, but it didn't play that heavy for me. So it was pretty much excellent on all regards as far as I was concerned. I've carried this yo-yo and played this yo-yo a ton. I keep picking it up. I keep taking it out. It's sort of my go places yo-yo. And 7003 aluminum. And it takes hits too, because as much as I've played it and as many times as it's hit my ring, it's still pretty much ding-free and mint and beautiful, and I love it. Excellent shape, excellent design. My favorite cheap yo-yo of the year, my favorite budget metal of the year, one of my favorite yo-yos, period, regardless of price. TopYo Silenus. So, there's one. The next one is sort of just a fun yo-yo, and a yo-yo that I just keep as many responsive yo-yos as I keep getting and playing with. Keep going back to the one-drop deep state, switch out some side effects, and it's like a different yo-yo. And it's so fun, and it's fun with every type of side effects, and it's just a fun yo-yo. Great to do all of your responsive tricks, your stalls, your kick flips, all that stuff, but at the same time, it can also pull off some longer combos. It's not snaggy. It's just, it's just so fun. It's just such a fun yo-yo, and it really kind of both tightened up my style. I feel like it made me a better yo-yo player, and just made sure I was having fun all the time, and every time I was throwing it. So, the one-drop deep state, absolutely one of my favorite yo-yos, one of my top 10 favorite yo-yos of 2017. Sticking with one drop, notice my shirt. I don't think this shirt came out this year, but this would also be my favorite shirt of 2017 that I got. Love this, black on black. I think I'm gonna do shirts like this, just the blacked out. You get the blacked out logo and blacked out wording. I haven't decided how I want to do it yet, but I've got a script logo I got to show you guys, and I think that's how we're gonna do shirts. Sticking with one drop, the one drop Dang 2, 7075 aluminum. One Drop kills it with 7075 aluminum. They did 3 7075 aluminum releases this year. Dang 2, Mantis, and the Countach 5000 QV, which is also going to be in here in a sec. This was the most recent one. This was the most recent unresponsive one drop release, and I just love this thing to death. This shape is so good. It's like an organic V, but it feels organic, but then it feels V, and then it kind of feels like an H, and it's just all performance and fun, and it ticks all the right boxes for me. It's just such a fun yo-yo, such a good yo-yo, and it's machined beautifully. Mine's got a bunch of marks all over it because I play it a ton. Nothing deep, just from hitting the ring or hitting off other things, but just an awesome yo-yo. Dang 2, absolutely one of my top 10 favorite yo-yos this year, and a ton of yo-yos came out this year. Literally, it was like 2 a week. Tons of yo-yos came out this year. These are my top 10 favorites. So, moving on with more one-drops. This is the Countach 5000 QV. This was actually the first yo-yo I got this year. You guys have heard me rant and rave about it and how great it is all year. And it's still great. It's still awesome. As many awesome yo-yos as came out in 2017, this one's still Absolutely one of my top 3 favorite Yoyos of all time, let alone just this year, but still absolutely one of the top 3 favorites of all time. Countach 5000 QV, again 7075 aluminum, 1-drop, heavily blasted finish, one of the best grind finished Yoyos I've ever had the opportunity to play. And this was gifted to me by 1-drop earlier this year, and I can't thank them enough for it, because to this day, I love it and I play it all the time. So Countach 5000 QV, definitely one of my absolute favorite top 10 Yoyos this year. One of my top 3 favorites of all time. So moving on, this one was also machined by 1-drop. This is the Rain City Throws Hipster High Life. I got mine in Beer Snob. I wonder why. And this one was a little pricey, but holy cow, does it look good. This might be my best looking Yoyo. I love the way this looks, with the brown and the orange and the yellow and the pink splash, and it's just, I love the way this looks. It kind of feels like you should play it while you drink beer. It does. It's super light, but still super stable and long spinning, and it just does all the right things. Like, this is such a good shape, this H shape. Such a good organic H shape. And I love the organic H shapes, but this one's just kind of soft and floaty and just plays so nice. And it's nice and light, but still stable and long spinning and really good. I really like this. It's kind of pricey. I try not to beat it up because it costs a lot, but it's still really good. I like the ability to add Lego pieces, and so do my kids. I don't let them touch it though. I just put the Lego piece on, like, look, it's on the area. But yeah, Rain City Throws, Hipster High Life. I like the Gamer too, but the Hipster High Life has a special spot in my heart because it's great, and it's machined by 1-drop, which, means it's got the best machining humanly possible. In my opinion. It's my opinion, guys. Come on. This is my channel. We're going to have my opinion on it. Anyway, moving on. Sticking with the 70-75 aluminums, the Unspoken Apollo. Sort of a similar shape to the Gamer, just a little more organic. Love this thing. Loved it from first throw. I still throw it a ton. Got this from Unspoken. It's a B grade, but it's magical. They really nailed it on this one. I love the cap that pops out a little bit. I love the blasted finish on the 70-75 aluminum. This finish is great. They did an awesome job on this. I love this fade. This is my favorite fade ever, all time. And this Yoyo is just great. I mean, I can't say enough good things about it. I play it all the time. It plays amazingly. It plays incredibly. This is the Yoyo I try to learn new tricks on. It's the Yoyo I try to come up with new tricks on. It's great. It's something I want to grab because it looks great and it plays great. So, the Apollo by Unspoken Yoyo Project. Absolutely a top 10 Yoyo this year. Absolutely. Moving on. The Throw Cafe Cappuccino. Mostly because of how great it looks, and it's got that cat in the cup there. Look, how cool is that? But the Throw Cafe Cappuccino is absolutely just a really great Yoyo. One of the top 10 favorites of mine for 2017. Great finish. It's got that really nice, soft, smooth, like powdery finish almost. It's like not super blasted, but it's just nice and powdery smooth. Only 70-75 Yoyo I've ever felt that's got that nice powdery smooth finish. One of the best finished Yoyos I've ever played in my life. And this splash is incredible. I know they just did a second run of these with there was a similar splash, but it was like a mint chip splash. But this Cappuccino splash is still like super important to me. It looks super good. I love like kind of brown, weird, beer colored type Yoyos or coffee colored Yoyos, and I mean, this just looks so good. This one sold out pretty much immediately, and I can see why, because this just looks so good. One of my favorite looking Yoyos ever, one of the best playing Yoyos, and one of the best Yoyos of 2017 for sure. Throw Cafe Cappuccino. Restock's out. You should go get it. Get the restock. It's still good, promise. And it's got some cool colors in the restock. So this is the only bimetal that made my top 10 this year. I guess there's bimaterial still, but this is my only bimetal that made the top 10 this year. And this is the G Squared Elite Mine is B grade, and it's the one that Jake was talking about that has the really little engraving around the like really small like engrave around the spike there, and it's definitely great. This thing is super light. Jake tried to take full advantage of the bimetal material and design to make this a super light yo-yo, but also super long spinning and super stable. And I mean, he knocked it out of the park. This is like one of the best performing yo-yos ever. It's super light, super stable. I would say it is better and more controllable than a Drop Near, in my opinion. Diamond blasted finish is incredible. Grinds for days. Just a monster yo-yo. Awesome yo-yo. The G Squared Elite. Definitely a top 10 yo-yo for 2017. Definitely the best bimetal that came out in 2017. Definitely the best bimetal for 2017. You can go ahead and try to argue with me down below, but you're wrong. Best bimetal 2017. Period. Moving on. The last two are also yo-yos that came from a guy I'm a big fan of. The first one, is the Too Sick Sara. I love all the finishes that Joey did with the Sara, but this one was my favorite one. I don't remember what he called it, but it's sort of like a phantom splash, in my opinion. The purple and the acid wash, it just looks so good. Like, I wasn't sure I was going to like this yo-yo at first. When I first got it, I was like, I opened it up, I'm like, I'd seen pictures of it, I was like, I don't know. It's kind of organic. Organic's not always my thing. Nope, I was wrong. It feels like an organic in your hand, but it plays like an organic H yo-yo. Nice and wide, nice small diameter. I mean, just perfect. Excellent design. Finger spins like a monster. Nice, great weight distribution. Very interesting to play, very fun to play. It's something I just keep wanting to pick up. Something that's great to do tricks on. If you're having trouble doing tricks, if I'm having trouble pulling off a trick, and I can do it, I pick it up with this. I pick this up if I'm not playing with this already, which I generally am, and I try it on the Sara, and usually it just cleans up, and it just becomes better. And honestly, one of my favorite yo-yos ever, definitely in my top 3, along with the Countach 5000 QV, definitely in my top 3 of all time, and for sure, absolutely one of the best yo-yos to come out in 2017, and still a yo-yo that I love to pick up just about every day and throw just about every day because I think it's amazing. And last, but certainly not least, the only plastic on my 2017 favorite yo-yos list is the Too Sick En Passant. Now, a lot of good plastics came out in 2017. I'm not trying to say that there aren't a lot of great ones, because there really are. However, the En Passant was the only one that moved the rings back a little bit and sort of just did everything absolutely perfectly right the way that I would have wanted it to be. You know what I mean? I really think a lot of that has to do with Too Sick Joey. The yo-yos that Joey designs are really yo-yos that I would like, because he only designs yo-yos that he would like, and I feel like he and I have pretty similar tastes as far as that's concerned, because pretty much everything that he's designed that I've thrown, I've thought was absolutely incredible. And the En Passant is absolutely no exception. My favorite plastic of 2017. There were a lot of really great ones, the Tang, and what else did it? The Wedge and the Sharp, and those are all really great. But to me, the En Passant, absolutely the best plastic yo-yo of 2017. Still one I pick up constantly, and I mean, you gotta love the black and gold, right? Gotta love the black and gold. But that's going to do it, guys. These are my top 10 favorite yo-yos of 2017. So leave me a comment down below. What were your favorite yo-yos this year? I think I have a pretty good array here from several different companies, and a lot of really great yo-yos came out this year. I know I had fun collecting yo-yos and getting yo-yos this year. I hope you guys did too. But leave me a comment down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers to you. And I'll see you guys next time.